Hey everybody, welcome down. If you are watching this video, thank you very much. Let's start with this. So the concept of the show is called Let's Not Talk About Work. So the idea is that we are just having a conversation, and we all know, we all do talk about work on our social media all the time. So we want to do something different, and we haven't caught up in a while, and it's a good way to teach people how to kind of have a conversation without talking about business or work. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go one at a time, and we're gonna ask you, tell us a bit about yourself. So you do tell what you do, and then you tell us the 3 topics you want to talk about that's not about work. And then the rest of us gets to choose, and then you start sharing, and then we can interact from there, and then we move on to the next person. So since the founder of Life Pitch is here, and then we have to obviously start with him. Okay. So Shahnaz, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and everyone who's watching? Go.
Hi guys, my name is Shahnaz. I am the founder of Life Pitch, and what we do in Life Pitch is we actually helping people to pitch better in their life, and also to integrate the whole concept of pitching in life. Something that everyone should go for, everyone should learn, because you kind of like pitch almost every day in your life actually. Apart from that, I am also a personal development trainer. I'm a culture consultant, and also help a lot of companies with regards to their people issues. But today I'm not here to talk about work. I'm not here to talk about work.
So what are the 3 things you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about 3 things. Number 1, Haikyu. Have you guys heard of this thing called Haikyu?
Okay, Haikyu.
Haikyu, I think. Is it?
Yeah, HAIKUKYUUU exclamation mark.
It's big with primary school lesson.
Okay, that's number 1.
Haikyu. It's a Japanese.
I thought you were swearing me. That's why I thought you were like Haikyu. Yeah, Haikyu you too, man.
Maybe it is maybe it's a swear word in Japanese. I don't know.
Okay. Second topic.
And the second topic is Jeremy Clarkson's farm.
Okay, Jeremy Clarkson's farm. Is this all recent, or is this something you've been saving to talk about for years already?
No. This is what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks in MCO. This is what I've been doing. And of course, the third one is online gaming.
Okay, online gaming. Yeah. Okay, so guys, what do we want to hear him talk about? I'm voting for Jeremy's farm.
For me personally, I would love to hear about online gaming.
Okay.
Maybe about the 3-way tie there. I'd like to understand more about IQ.
Oh man. Okay, so since it's a tie, you get to decide. So you got the perfect
I get to decide.
Yeah, because the only way you get to decide is when all 3 of us can decide which one we want to hear. So there's no majority, so you get to decide. It's a democracy on the show.
So, I'm gonna talk about Haikyu. Haikyu is this Japanese anime.
Okay.
It's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
And it's about a group of high school boys in a volleyball team. And it shows how this team work together and start to merge together as a great team. And they go on to tournaments, and they start winning, and then they start losing. But it's amazing how they have a background story for every single team member.
How many team members?
And also the opponent. 12.
Okay, so 12 backstories.
Yeah, 12 backstories. They are on season 4 right now.
And how many episodes per season if people wanted to catch up to you?
About 20.
Oh my God,
it's a half an hour
episodes to catch.
Yeah, it's a half an hour cartoon. Yeah. Power gila, bro. It's amazing, man. At first, it was just my kids watching it, and then I was like, I started watching it, and then now the whole family is watching it. And then we all bought jerseys, so all of us have a Haikyu jersey. This is a team, it's Karasuno High. That's what it's called.
My daughter is the orange one.
Your daughter is the libero. My daughter is the libero as well, the orange colored one.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know.
Did you buy one for yourself?
No, I didn't, because I haven't followed it yet.
I
know there's one character called Ishinoya, I think.
Yeah, Nishinoya, the libero.
Nishinoya, okay.
Yeah. Wow. It's brilliant. I love what my daughter just got the jacket.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of watching anime, and I've been watching anime for the past 10, 15 years, right? But this is something new. So if you can share with us, is besides the storyline too, so what will be the main attraction? Is there any what is the herbs and spices? Is there any like, they put a magical element into it lah,
Yeah, what's so
when
good
doing
about the show?
lah, something like Morio attack lah macam tu kan. Zaman dulu.
Mario Attack. Why?
Is the language?
Wait, pause. I watched Mario
I
Attack.
watched Mario
It
Attack.
had nothing to do with volleyball. My reason
Yes.
for watching Mario Attack had nothing to do with sports or
I think
drama or plot line or even script. I didn't even care what they were talking. I didn't even need to have subtitles or the volume on to watch Mario Attack.
I must say, Mario Attack was one of the series that probably got me interested in volleyball to begin with.
Wow.
It was subconscious. At first, the reason why I watched it was completely different. Then after a while, I thought, hey,
Okay,
man,
so what's so
this is quite
special
good.
about Haikyu?
I think the script is damn smart, damn intelligent.
All right.
The guy who created it, I think he hasn't left high school yet.
Wow.
And that's why everything is like fresh in his mind. So the conversations, what they go through, the challenges, and some of their great, dry humor that they have sometimes, it's just unbelievable, man. It's really, I got hooked to it because of that. It's like, I want to watch some more. And of course, because of the Japanese language and sometimes, the tonation that they use and anime kind of drawing, when they show facial expressions, suddenly the whole screen turns into red and then the guy turns into a demon monster, all that nonsense happening. It's just, oh man, it's really good, really good.
Okay, Haikyu. So everybody,
So how was my 3 minutes pitch for you guys to watch Haikyu? Are you guys gonna watch Haikyu now?
I'm not sure yet.
So
Definitely.
for those who watch Haikyu, if you watch on Reddit, they have the discussions and topics. Some of the other ones that they recommend will be Slam Dunk and yeah.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
before we continue, I'm also going to promote. Please watch Eye Shield 21. They want to talk about
Hey, you all
American
getting paid
football.
by Netflix or what? Huh?
Bro, it's MCO, bro. What else to do?
Shazli, we're going to you. It's not about me. I'm just the host. Okay, Shazli, tell us what you do for work and because you're not going to talk about work, what are your 3 topics that you like to offer us?
Daily, what I do is I work for an IT company called Mesinaga Berhad.
All right.
I'm handling products, so I look into the business side of the products, the UX, the user experience of the product, the management of the product, as well as marketing of it.
Right.
On another side, also I'm also developing my own app. So it's an F&B app helping restaurants facilitate dine-ins easily.
Right. Sorry, what was it called again?
later.
Just for clarity.
For the app,
Yeah, what's the name of the app? Sorry.
YUNO.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
YUNO.
All right.
So you know where to eat, you know what to eat, you know what's
Okay.
nice to eat. So it's
All right. Got it.
So among others, recently, although not officially yet, I am a founding member of iConnect, which looks into the halal supply chain.
All right.
And hopefully, I've been nominated to be the chairperson, but nothing official yet.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
So-
Okay, since we're not talking about work, what would you like to talk
Since
about?
I'm not talking about work, I think I'll be picking 3 topics here for you guys to decide what to
Okay.
expand upon. One of it is best time to go grocery shopping.
Okay.
The other one is how I plan to educate my kids by watching the kind of shows that I watched before.
Interesting. Okay.
And then there's the third one is how Euro 2020 or 2021 today is just not as interesting as before, and how I realize I'm not an England fan anymore.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Make your vote.
Number 3, I want to hear why you're not.
I want no.
anymore.
Okay, I'm selfish. I want to talk about this too, actually. So I'm going to use you. So I'm going to choose topic number 3 as well.
Same.
Yes, that's majority.
Okay, let's go. Euro 2021. What's up? What's up with England and Euro 2020? It's still 2020, by the way, not 2021.
I think back in the days in 96, but back in the 90s, early 2000, and maybe early 90s as well, I think football was a lot more interesting then because there were real superstars playing on the field, and the way that the countries played were a lot more different than how they play today. Every country had their own style.
Right.
So it was exciting to see football then because of, and not just England, but the other countries as well. Like you've got France with the Zidane, with the Ginola, even though Ginola didn't play that often for France. And the other countries, Spain, Portugal, Rui Costa. So there were stars littered in each of the countries, each of the European countries that was out there. And every game was exciting to watch.
Right. So what's different now for you?
Maybe I've been left behind in the world of football, but I don't know these players anymore. And when I watch them on the field, it's kind of embarrassing when they can't even pull 2 passes, 3 passes together. It's understandable because they don't play together as a country, but I remember before it was a lot more fluid. Italians had their way of playing. Netherlands had their way of playing where they were passing the ball every time. But today it's just like it's horrible and frustrating to watch. It's just
Generally,
like watching lower league teams.
international football has become a bit generic, don't you think? Because of the whole amalgamation of styles and, you know, everyone taking advantage of each other's old style, traditional styles, everyone had a loophole. So everyone's covering up. Brazil is suddenly tactical. Germany is suddenly flary. You know, it's like, which team is, and I mean, look at a team like Belgium, right? I'm sure Shahnaz can comment on this. Like, you look like a team like Belgium. Like, what kind of team do they play like?
Belgium just plays what De Bruyne style.
Whatever De Bruyne wants.
Yeah. Whatever De Bruyne wants, that's it. You know.
All right. Alang, what have you been watching Euro 2020, Alang?
I have not watched even one game until now. Usually, I will always start watching when it comes to quarterfinal and above. So that is not something that I want to spend like 1.5 hour, 12 o'clock in the morning and they want to watch lah. At least kalau quarterfinal tu cun lah sikit.
I'm fatigued because, I mean, first of all, let's just put it out there, Chelsea is European champions, right? But to get to watch Chelsea become European champions, I had to sleep at 6 a.m., right? I literally have to watch the game at 3:30 to like 5:30. And I declared that after that, no more football for a while. And then unfortunately, Euro 2020 started. Same schedule, 12 midnight, 3 a.m. I chose not to watch Euro 2020. I've decided to follow the Stanley Cup final. So that's my story about the Euro 2020. I haven't watched the game either.
Shazli, could it be because most of the players in EPL that we like don't play in Euro because they're not Europeans?
No, I think, okay, I'm just going to put it out there. There's a possibility, I have to admit. The reason why I don't connect with the footballers nowadays is when we were young, we used to look at these guys and we aspired to be them, right? Now we're watching at these footballers and they're a bunch of kids. I'm like, I'm not going to aspire to be you. You're half my age. So I got other people to be inspired to.
I was just about to say that.
That's my thing. Like, why would I want to be Harry Kane? I want to be Gary Vaynerchuk, man. Like, you know, like it's a different game altogether. So yeah, you know, having those dreams of ever being David Beckham has left my life maybe 20 years ago. So football has kind of walked away from me in that sense.
You are realizing that you are not supporting England anymore?
Yeah.
Care to share why?
Not England anymore?
But tu yang juicy tu, that's the juicy.
Itu yang kita nak vote.
Have you walked away from the Queen?
England versus apa? The first match used to be excited to watch England, but then when I look at the team and look at who's this Calvin Phillips and who's this Declan Rice, I know that there's a lot of hype around these players, and then clamoring for people like Jack Grealish, play from Aston Villa.
You know, it's sad when the country is demanding Jack Grealish to be on the first 11. You know England's in trouble, right? So no more England. Who are you supporting now? Before we wrap this up and continue another session.
I don't know. I think Portugal looks good.
Yeah, man.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is not human.
Cristiano Ronaldo and 10 other Portuguese guys we don't care about.
Yeah.
He's not human, that guy.
Now it's Alang's turn. Alang, tell us what you do for work, and because you're not going to talk about work, 3 things you want to talk about today. Go.
Currently, right now, I am selling durian crepe. So in a way that it is also supporting community as well. So it's kind of like, you know, typical, you know, from agent become mini stockists and what's not. So that is something I am doing it until now. And my background, I'm also a trainer. By default, I do more than 18 years. And my specialty is basically love behavioral profile and focusing more on the youth. And I'm also part of the live pitch. Okay, so thank you very much. And supporting.
Welcome.
Oh, by the way, we are not talking about work.
Supposed to say welcome,
but I'm saying talking about work, right? We're not talking about work.
So what are the 3 things you want to talk about?
The Blacklist, Webtoon, Solo Leveling, and number 3 is the Malay novel Saga Arta Kusiat by Ahmad Patria Abdullah.
I'm okay. Go. You guys pick first. I'll do last.
What the Malay novel thing? I've never explored or gone into any Malay literature. So
That's
to
good.
understand more.
I'll go in number 2.
What's number 2 again?
Webtoon solo leveling. Okay.
Yeah. I have no idea what that is. So, okay.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I want to hear about this webtoon solo leveling because I think that conversation I can at least participate. Yeah, the third one, I'll just be staring at you. So let's do that. That's number 2.
Okay, cool.
Solo
It
leveling.
is
Okay.
called solo leveling. Yeah,
Tell us
solo
about
leveling.
solo leveling.
It is okay. I mean, the storyline. It's about this. The one universe. I mean, the Earth universe. It's suddenly being penetrated by the monsters, and then at the same time, the human being also get what they call this an awakening. So, which means they have superhuman power lah, whatever the thing is, and then they start fighting lah. I mean, from the awakening people, versus the monster. So what intrigued me basically in solo leveling, and which is, by the way, is number 1 in Korea and also in Malaysia, memang semua tengah hype gila, is you see, in terms of how do you want to get that power, they are typical reasons or typical ways of how you get it, except for this hero. Like for example, some people got this hero like suddenly out of nowhere, terus masuk dalam orang punya mind lah, and then suddenly they got this power they do not know, and then they figuring out, and then after that, oh okay, this is my whole power, the thing is lah.
Right.
But this hero is basically, by the way, they categorize the awakening into from grade E until grade SS. So SS ni like memang super gempak, power gila, macam buat macam ni dia memang bergegar lah universe you. Tapi bila tak ada soalan daripada korang ni and make me worry. Is there anything that...
No, you explained quite extensively. I don't really have any other questions further than what you've asked.
Okay.
I mean, it's your thing.
But I think maybe one last thing, if I may add, basically because what I see in the trends in plot and storyline of manga and webtoon nowadays, right now, what's the trending is basically they are using the method of that online game. The online gaming, like before you want to go to the level 2, you need to complete this quest. You need to complete, and then you can put what is your attributes. The strength, the dexterity, the agility, magic, blah blah blah, and what's not. So these are now like really popular, and because of this solo leveling, there's a lot of manga, even Japanese as well. They are also using that concept, to attract the readers worldwide.
Right. Cool. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, before I wrap this up, we got short, like less than 10 minutes. Since this show was brought to you in conjunction with the launch of livepitch.my. Again, congratulations to livepitch.my. I want each of you to spend less than 30 seconds to quickly right now tell whoever's on the screen or whoever's watching this video right now why they should give LivePitch a checkout. Like, why should they check out LivePitch? Okay, let's start with Shazli first. Let's go with you.
Right, I think LivePitch is a great platform for anyone and everyone to learn how to pitch. Can be to pitch to your mother, to your father, to your boss, to your niece, to anyone where you want to convince them to get you something. So I think it's something that everyone needs. So LivePitch is access to people who can guide you.
LivePitch is something that I'm going to say like this. It's a combination of science and art. So the beauty of when we pitching, it's like how many percent that we are using science, scientific way or method or idea, and how many percent that we use the art. So in LivePitch, we're going to share with you both, all out, no holds barred. Whatever the things that you want to know, you can check it out on this.
I like the fact that we have an amazing spread of talents and personalities and backgrounds to offer the same service to as many people as possible.
For me, the name Life Pitch came from life is a pitch, which is something that I hold dearly in my life and something that I would like to, I hope I'm practicing it enough because I do see life that way. If you want to create anything in your life, you got to pitch for it. And what I mean by pitching for it is you got to sell it to someone else. Either someone who's going to say yes to you, or someone who's going to accept you, or someone who is going to be influenced by you in such a way, go sell it to someone else. So there is always an opportunity for you to pitch. Imagine if you could wake up in the morning and think about, no, I'm going to tell my daughter to do chores today. But instead, you come from the thinking of, how do I pitch it to my daughter in such a way that she's going to do it happily? So the brain or the mind starts thinking on how to make things better. So pitching, I think, is the key to getting a lot of the things that you want in life, personally or professionally.
Nice, nice. All right, everybody, for those who are watching, thank you so much to all my panelists, Shazli, Alang, and Shahnaz. Thank you for watching us and listening to our random conversation. So maybe we'll do this another episode next time. I've got a few other ideas. That's going to be an interesting thing. Catch us next time. My name is Zain. I'll see you guys, and we're going to end recording now. Thank you.